Welcome back to the Sanda's Kitchen. I'm Pam. I am back in the kitchen. One of the things I love to do is bake. I know I haven't been here, in quite a while, but we have a special treat for you tonight. I'm going to be baking a preacher's cake. I know a lot of people have never heard of it before, but I'll be back in just a minute to tell you all the ingredients. It's a very easy cake and you are going to love it. My oven is already preheating to 350 degrees, and so right now I'm going to go over the ingredients for you. It really doesn't take that long once your oven is preheated to put everything together. So let me just tell you what's in this. I may have to go to my recipe. I've made this tons of times, but off the top of my head I always can't remember. So we do have 3 cups of all-purpose flour. We have 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of cinnamon, 2 cups of sugar, 3 eggs, a cup of vegetable oil, which is right here. So I have vanilla extract. This isn't on the regular recipe, but I always like adding some almond extract. And then we have a 20-ounce can of crushed pineapple. We have 1.5 cups of chopped pecans and a cup of flaked coconut. Now let me just tell you this. If you don't like coconut, doesn't matter if you leave it out or not. I like it. It's not going to make the cake not good if you don't put it in, so don't worry about it. So anyway, let's get back to make everything together, and we're going to get this all mixed up and get it in our pan. Okay, our first step is just mixing our dry ingredients. We have our flour. We're going to add our baking soda, our salt, and our cinnamon. I'm just going to mix that together, and we're going to sit this on the side, and then we're going to come back and mix up our wet ingredients. Right now we're going to add our sugar and our eggs, 3 nice eggs. Those are beautiful eggs right there. And we're going to add our vanilla, teaspoon. And one thing I like to add, I love to add a little almond extract. I love that. I love almond. So I'm going to add that too. Just a teaspoon. And we're going to add our oil. Right here. 1 cup. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and use our mixer and just blend this all together. Okay, so now we're going to start adding our dry ingredients just a little bit at a time, and we'll blend that in just a little bit. A little bit at a time on a low speed. Just get everything incorporated into your batter. All right, that looks pretty good blended. Now we're going to start adding our crushed pineapple. A whole can. Don't drain it. You need that juice. Start blending it in just a little bit. Now we're going to go ahead and put our coconut. Like I said, remember, if you don't like coconut, you can leave this out. No big deal. And we have a 1.5 cups of chopped pecans, which everybody knows pecans are like one of my favorite things, so we're just going to blend that in. Okay, this looks really, really good. So all I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and prepare my pan. My oven, like I said, is already preheated to 350. I have a 9 by 13 pan back there. I'm just going to go ahead and spray it, and I'll be ready to put my cake batter in it, and we'll be good to go. Okay, I'm going to prepare my pan. So 9 by 13 little Pyrex dish. And I have my batter here, which is so good. takes a little bit because it's kind of heavy. I'm gonna pour it all in here. Oh, it smells good. And this is gonna go into a 350 degree preheated oven for actually about 40 to 45 minutes. And you're gonna have to test it. You know, that good old stick the toothpick in and make sure it comes out clean. Just go ahead and check it about 40-45 minutes and just make sure that your cake is done. If it needs a little bit more time, that's good too. So we're gonna go ahead and get this cake in the oven. Okay, my cake's out of the oven. It's gonna have to cool for about 20 minutes before I ice it, because with a cream cheese icing, you don't want that to melt. So while we're waiting, I am gonna tell you the story about preacher cake. I may not have it spot on, but this is the folklore that I've listened to and I've heard. So anyway, preacher cake. Little town, I don't know where it was, but a preacher came through town and that's where he was preaching. And the town was very small. They didn't have a regular preacher every week, so traveling preachers came through. So after every Sunday, after service, one family would have to have that preacher over for dinner. So they always had dinner, whatever what it was, and they always had a delicious dessert. Well, one weekend, the mama that was there having our preacher over for dinner, she went, "Oh my goodness, I made a delicious dinner, but I did not have a dessert." So she went rooting through her pantry and she threw this cake together. Well, it came out so good that the next time the preacher came through town, he went, "That cake I had was so good." So all the ladies in town were like, "Where's your recipe? Where's your recipe? I want the recipe for this cake." So she gave it to all the ladies in the town. And so every weekend when a preacher came through town, they had this and they called it preacher cake. And I'm telling you, it is a good cake. It's very easy. So after about 20-25 minutes, after it's all cooled off, we're gonna put our icing together. We're gonna ice it up and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Man, isn't this a beautiful cake? I tell you what, it's ready for the icing. So we're gonna come back and make our icing. Okay, we're gonna be making pretty much a typical cream cheese icing. You got your block of cream cheese. Everything is at room temperature, because if not, it will not blend up. So we have a stick of butter. Butter, we love butter. And it calls for a teaspoon of vanilla extract, which I make myself actually. And I'm a crazy person for almond extract also, so I'm also going to add a teaspoon of almond. I love it. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. So I'm going to put that in. All right. And then I'm going to use my little mixer. I'm going to blend it all together, and then the only thing left is to add my powdered sugar. So we're going to start right now and just on a low. Blend all this together. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of powdered sugar at a time, 2 cups of powdered sugar. And all the ingredients, you know, measurements and all that is going to be at the end of our video. So, ooh, it's getting nice and thick now. This is going to be good. So as soon as I get this all mixed together, our cake is nice and cool. We're going to go ahead and put this icing on our cake. Look at my icing. It came out so nice and creamy. I have to taste it. It's wonderful. So we're gonna put this on the cake and we're gonna spread it all out, and it's gonna be fantastic. So I'll put this over here. Cake is beautiful. I am gonna use my spatula here. And we're gonna put it all on the cake. And then we're gonna spread it out with an offset spatula to make it nice and smooth and even. But we're going to use it all because it's delicious and we don't want to waste any of it. So we'll do this and this. Oh, okay, that's good. Now we're going to use a little offset spatula, and you're just going to spread it from side to side. This is such a delicious cake. It's easy, 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 easy. And the flavors are unbelievable. So go ahead and spread it out. And I'm going to decorate it with a few little pecans. If you don't want the pecans on top, that's fine. I just like to do that. So beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay, do this a little bit more. And I do have some pecans that I'm just going to put on top, just as a little decoration. You don't have to do it, but I like to make it a little pretty. And here we go. A few more pecans on the top, and we are good to go. Did you see how beautiful this cake came out? Can't wait to try it. I'm gonna cut us a nice little corner right here. I'm not gonna eat it all because my husband's gonna help me eat it. So I'm gonna cut this nice little corner. I always love the corner. So we're gonna cut it like this. And I'm gonna lift it up like this. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be so good. Oh my goodness, this is going to be so delicious. This cake, can't wait to try it. I know it's going to be good. I've made it before, and I'm going to make myself a nice big old bite right here. Can't wait. Oop, watch me. So good. You got to give me a minute. If you like our videos, please check into us, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and share with your family and friends, and ring that notification bell. That way you know we're coming out with some more videos. So anyway, try yourself out some preacher cake. It is so good, you're gonna enjoy it. As we always say, have a great weekend, great week, wherever you are, and God bless you.